Warning: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All people are presumed innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, and I do reserve my First Amendment right to express myself.
Hey everybody, thank you for being here with Dish and Tea with D. So it's going to be another crazy event, another crazy show. This is something that just happened over the weekend. Um, but before we get into the story, I'm sorry, I'm in my robe and stuff like that. There's just so much I got get through the 4 videos so I can have them up for later on today and tomorrow. So I think I have 6 actually that I gotta do today, so that way I can kind of stay ahead because usually Thursdays I have appointments. So um, I usually try to be ahead so that way when I am away I can have them up and running for you guys. So with that said, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share my videos, share my channel. I try to provide as much information to you guys, for you guys, especially locally here in San Antonio and in the surrounding cities, counties, and area. So with that said, don't forget to go to Vivid Lifestyles VVLS.com. Go there, become a volunteer, donate, do what we can. There's hard times coming up for a lot of us Americans. So if you are in the position to help, please go out there to your local establishments, help out, volunteer, donate to them. Um, if you don't know where to go, please go to our website. You can always donate there to us. We are always looking for donations, both for our common goal to stop abuse, as well as during these hard times, during this crisis, as well with the food stamps and things like that. So please, if you decide to donate, please list either it's just a donation or go to or put SNAP or something. That way we can allocate those funds to the certain, for the proper fundraiser. So again, let's back to the story. This story happened over the weekend. It's in regards to Shiateek Deshaun Wilson, who is a 23-year-old man, and he took the life of Noel, or allegedly took the life of Noel Denzel Miller, who is a 35-year-old man. Um, they just so they were in a relationship with the same female, and Shiatek is the ex of this female, and Noel Denzel Miller is the was a current relationship with the had a current relationship with this female. So allegedly, Shiateek Wilson hid in his ex girlfriend's closet to surprise her with money and some drugs. But when they got home, it was actually Noel Denzel Miller who caught Shiatek Deshaun Wilson in the closet. So, with that said, it led to an altercation to where now where Shiatek Deshaun Wilson, who is 23, is now arrested for shooting Noel Denzel Miller at the age of who is 35 years old. So, and that was a fatal shot. That shot ended up taking Noel Denzel Miller's life. And according to court records and affidavits supporting his arrest, Bexar County sheriffs on Sunday responded to a reported shooting at a home in the 7300 block of Roveen Trail in Converse. So again, this wasn't Saturday. This was actually Sunday. So this was just 2 days ago since we are Tuesday. So deputies entered the house and found Miller in an upstairs bedroom with multiple gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead at the scene. His cause and manner of death were pending Monday morning, according to the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office. So, of course, they still had to do autopsy and stuff like that just to make sure it was only the bullets that could cause that was the cause of his death and nothing else, nothing medically, internally, or anything like that. A woman who lives there told deputies that she and Miller had arrived at her house after 2 a.m. Sunday and were about to take a shower together. Before they got in, Miller left the bathroom to retrieve clothes from the laundry room. That's when he heard that's when she heard gunshots, according to the affidavit. So obviously they were probably coming home from a late night, and we're probably going to continue that late night in the restroom together, taking a shower, and so happened that Noel needed to come out and go to the laundry room for whatever clothes that he needed, and that's where he was. She ran out of the bathroom and noticed that her son's bedroom door was open. She can hear Miller gasping for air. She told investigators when she when she went into the bedroom, she saw Miller lying on the bed and bleeding. So she finds him. She goes and tends to Miller's wounds. The woman looks up and sees that her ex-boyfriend Wilson was standing in the doorway with a black handgun. Wilson then said something about playing games with him, according to the affidavit. So I'm sure he probably said, like, this is what happens when you play games, or you quit playing games with me, or whatever. This is what happens. Probably something along those lines. Now I'm just insinuating. Uh, so she tried to call 911, but Wilson took her phone and took it downstairs. So now he's basically almost keeping her hostage. According to the affidavit, she could hear her phone ringing and called down to Wilson, pleading with him to give the phone back so she can call for help. So technically, he doesn't. I'm sure he thought that she was gonna call 911 to call the police to come and get him, but her main worry was calling the ambulance to come and help Noel and see if there was a way to save his life. Um, so when he did that, that probably added extra. I mean, we don't know. Obviously, she says she heard him gasping and to breathe, so he was still somewhat alive. Now, whether it was still enough time for them to get there, if he would have given her phone right away back or not, that's still in question, and that's what they got to determine. Wilson then threw the phone upstairs and told her not to tell on him, that according to the affidavit. He then left the house, and the woman told deputies he might have fled on foot to a friend's house in the 8,000 block of Chestnut Manor. That's because he didn't have a vehicle. So he doesn't have a vehicle. He obviously familiar with the area. They were dating for a while. He probably has a close friend by that's where the woman obviously assumed he would have gone, because again, without a vehicle you can't get to where too far too fast. The woman says she did not know how Wilson had gotten into her home, and that he had texted her that he planned to stay with his mother in San Antonio that night. Around 9 a.m., investigators arrived at the home on Chestnut Manor and detained Wilson without incident. So basically, he was probably telling her, like, after that night from staying with the friend, he's probably going to San Antonio, or he was probably telling her he's going to San Antonio, that way she can not have the police go to that friend's house, but to his mom's house instead, where he was not going to be at. In an interview with investigators, Wilson said the woman had dropped him off Saturday at McDonald's, where he met his mother. So it could have been true. He spent the day with his mother and his daughter, texting his girlfriend throughout the day and informing her of his plans to stay with his mother that night. Oh, so this was like the plan. However, that evening he asked his uncle to drive him to his ex-girlfriend's home. He arrived around 1 a.m. and found that she wasn't home, so he went and hid in an upstairs closet, planning to surprise her with flowers, money, and cocaine. When she returned, according to the arrest affidavit, he said he chose that spot because he would be able to see when she returned home. So he had perfect timing to stop what he was doing, knowing that there was another man in the house. Again, there must have been some kind of altercation. She drops him off at, you know, at what was it, McDonald's or whatever it was, to with his mom. He comes back with his mom apparently, but then his uncle drives him back. I'm assuming the uncle thought he was doing a good thing, trying to get the two lovers back together, whatever. I don't know what the uncle was thinking, but he drops him off at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, what person? Why would you drop off your nephew at 1 o'clock in the morning at this woman's house who's not even home? So while he's there waiting, in a position to where he can see when she returns home, while hiding, he said he drank a beatbox alcoholic drink and watched videos on social media. So he's just there chilling in the house, waiting for her to come. So once she gets there, he goes hides in the closet. He fell asleep in the closet, but woke up when he heard her and a man come into the house. He said he recognized the man's voice as belonging to Miller. So he obviously knew who Miller was at the time. When he left the closet intending to leave the home, he saw Miller and tried to hide along a wall near the doorway. So he tried sneaking out. You snuck in, now you're trying to sneak out so you don't get caught. So, however, Miller had spotted him. Obviously, Wilson told law enforcement that Miller pointed a gun at him and backed out of the room. He said he pulled out his own firearm and fired at Miller. So now he's probably going to play the self-defense kind of thing where he pointed one at me, so I get to shoot him. But not knowing that you just broke into somebody else's house, hid in a freaking closet, and shot somebody. And you fear for your life. Okay, kind of crazy. Y'all guys let me know what y'all think about that. That just seems quite narcissistic to me. Quite narcissistic. So, again, I'm sure he's going to try to play the self-defense. Wilson stated that he only fired his weapon at Miller because Miller had pointed a gun at him, claiming he shot Miller in self-defense, according to the affidavit, obviously. But that's not how it works. You were not even in a That's not even your place to even stand ground. So even at that, you they had every right to even point the gun at you, regardless if you felt at your life. You were a threat to them. They weren't a threat to you. So, what is it with people who think it's self-defense? Like, y'all are like totally misunderstanding what self-defense really is. Wilson confirmed that he had briefly taken the woman's phone when she said she was calling police, but later gave it back. See, that's what I said. But he told investigators he was frightened and that she told him to get out of here. He said he ran from the home, jumping over fences as he fled. He discarded his gun, phone, headphones, and the flowers while fleeing. So, according to the affidavit at the scene, deputies found multiple fired cartridge casings and projectiles and defects in the structure of the home consistent with gunfire. After authorities carried out a search warrant at the home, no firearm was found, according to the affidavits. Wilson is held in custody at the Bexar County Jail with bail set at $300,000. Fool, what were you thinking? Like, really? What were you thinking? Like, no, no, no. I don't buy the self-defense. You broke into somebody's house. You snuck in, however you want to put it. You did not have permission to be in that person's property, on that property, in their property, nowhere near there. She thought you were with your mother. On top of all that. And then when somebody who is with that person, who has every right to protect that location, because he was obviously invited and obviously was a little bit more trusted by the woman to protect her, Yeah, yeah. Now I don't know if like this, according, by listening to this, he was there with drugs, cocaine, money, flowers, like, so I'm not sure what she's into and what this other guy is into. I mean, is it her dealer or whatever? I don't care. The fact is that, I mean, technically they weren't there doing anything illegal at the time when you pulled out a gun and shot him. He would pulled out his gun to protect the property and the woman whose property that belonged to, and he was perfectly authorized to be there, but you weren't. And claiming self-defense is kind of BS. Just saying. So, with that said, let me know what y'all think in the comments about this, whether you think he has the right to claim self-defense or not, and why. Um, so with that said, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, share my channel, join my channel, have all your friends and family come in, especially if they're local, give them the information, and we want to hear your voice. We want to hear your opinions, because eventually I do want to do something about it. We will go to government somehow or another, and we will fight um for these types of cases, like self-defense. Like, no, like, you don't get to do it. I don't know the background of this other person that you shot. Again, y'all all could have been in some type of um drug trafficking or anything like that, selling, doing whatever. But again, that does not give you the right to take somebody's life, because you broke into their place. Makes no sense. Please make it make sense, somebody. Please make it make sense. So, with that said, um, don't forget to go to Vivid Lifestyles VVLS. I'm putting up these things back up. Go to, if you want to donate to the channel or to the organization, go to Cash App of Vivid Lifestyles, or to the PayPal link down below, or go to the Vivid Lifestyles website, click the QR code at the top. It'll take you straight to the website. Click the donate link, and it'll bring you up. You could donate through there. Also, we don't forget, this Halloween, October 31st, we're having a fundraiser, a nationwide fundraiser. So if you are here in the United States, you have a Panda Express, please go to the QR code. It'll take you to the link to Panda Express, so that way you can order for pickup or delivery. And Panda Express would donate some of those proceeds to Vivid Lifestyles VVLS. Just don't forget to enter that code 900-6879. Um, again. So those are the two, those that's the information you're wanting. Don't forget, here in Texas, they are gonna halt on the food stamps for November. So if y'all are needing help, go to my Facebook. I just shared a list of places where you can go that will provide assistance, or should be able to, or as much as they can be able to provide assistance to as many many Texans. And also, if you have the ability, please donate to either to your local one of your local organizations, or here. We are also going to be trying to help fundraise for people who are in need for food, along with, aside from all the other stuff that we currently do, we're running a special fundraiser that we will be starting for that as well. If you go to my Facebook, also for my birthday, please donate to the organization. That is one way you can help. $1, if everyone puts in $1, if you think about it, as many people as we have, whether it's thousands, 2,000s, 3,000s, everybody submits a dollar, that's good enough. That can help a lot of people. So again, I'm on GoFundMe. You can even go to PayPal. I'm on PayPal. You can even go to eBay, and if you're a seller on eBay, Amazon, things like that, sell for the charities. So that way, some of those sales and proceeds will get sent to the charities, and not only for small businesses, charities, we all need to help each other out. So, um, sell, buy, and then if you buy from a small company who is supporting nonprofit organizations, because the cycle goes around. As long as we keep the money with amongst the the local companies, the local organizations, the nonprofits and things like that. Really do your research because I get it. Nonprofits can get a little skimmish, should I say? I'm not going to say scamish, but skimmish. And so it's really hard to be reliable on those. But again, go to your local organizations, find out what they need, and help out in any way that they can. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And y'all stay safe. And please reach out to me if y'all need any help finding resources in your local area. We will try to do the best we can to support not only just locally, but outside as well. So, but don't stream me. Remember, I'm only one person until people start coming in and volunteering. So go to the website, volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. We always need volunteers and we do want to spread. We do want to have at least one main um person in every, at least in every state, so that way we can have something a little bit more locally for everybody. And then that way they can also help out with portions of the website and stuff like that, so we can start helping not just locally and not just statewide, but if we can open up to nationwide, even the surrounding states, and get bigger and bigger. That's the plan. And we need to get these abused women, men, children, elderly, veterans out of their situations. So again, go to Vivid Lifestyles, VVLS, donate, 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 volunteer, volunteer, and volunteer. Um, Again, thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, stay safe, guys. Bye.